Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to week one here in Crime in America. This is the summer of 2022 version of the course. The video you're watching now is the weekly update video. You will have a weekly update video that will be produced each week, usually on Thursdays, I believe it will be that I'll be putting them out. Of course, the schedule ends on Tuesday. It may be Tuesday or Thursday, whichever date. You'll get an email with the weekly update video in it. It also will be posted on the weekly tab. They will normally be under 5 minutes, or at least under 10 minutes. This one may go long since it is the first one. Now, with that said, I want to let you know that this is a course that is normally taught in 16 weeks, being taught in 5 weeks. That doesn't mean you're going to get less material. That means you're going to get material rather quickly. So keep that in mind. This is not your regular course. You cannot get behind. If you get behind in this class, you will not pass. There's not enough room in there to make up for, oh, I'm going to take a week off and I'll catch up. A week off is 20% of the course that you've missed. So just keep that in mind. You've got to keep up. We'll be covering about 3 or 4 chapters a week to get this done. So we're going to hit the ground running. If you've got any issues, any problems, and you need to contact with me, I'm going to real quick just kind of mention my office hours. Let me get out of the way and we'll go over those with you. I have office hours on Mondays and Tuesdays from 8 to 10 or 8 to 11 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I do not expect to see you or hear from you during those office hours this semester because it's an online course. The way to contact me is by email, and as it says, also available by appointment. That's how we'll normally handle it. Please do not drive to campus on Monday through Thursday during the morning and expect to find me in the office, because there are a couple things. I'm teaching in the police academy, so if I'm teaching in the morning, I will be out of the office. I'm not sure exactly what my schedule is there. It's kind of flexible. We use a lot of outside instructors, so with my flexibility this semester, I may be filling in for somebody else who's not there. So just kind of keep that in mind. So make an appointment before you drive to campus. Now, if you're on campus already, stop by the office. There's a good chance I'll be here during the office hours. Most of the time I will. There is another thing I wanted to mention. The college graciously gave us 3 days off for COVID. During this week, we just got to use them before August 1st, which means that on 3 of the Wednesdays, I will be taking my COVID days off. And you will be able to find me, and I'll be able to discuss anything you want about the classes, as long as we can discuss it from the top of one of the towers at Schlitterbahn, where I'll be with my granddaughter. Those will be 3 days I will not be here. But send me an email, and we'll make an appointment. I can always meet with you online, where I can share documents. I can pull up the Blackboard screen and show you things. It works out a whole lot better that way than you just, making an unnecessary trip to campus. Now, again, if you're already on campus, that's different. You're here, stop by the office. But if you're not here, and particularly if you or at work during my office hours, I'm available pretty much from 6 a.m. till about 9:30, 10 p.m. at night, where we can, discuss the class. We just need to have the time set up, so keep that in mind. Now let's move back over to what we've got going on this week. If you have normally taken my online classes in the fall long semesters, there's only one big difference between the navigation. Because we're covering 3 or 4 chapters per week, I have taken the materials for each chapter and put them into separate folders. It just makes it easier, a little bit easier to find what you want. So for this first week, the first thing we're going to be working on is the introduction. You would navigate, and the introductory video will show you that you can watch will show you how to navigate in the course. But this, I'm just going to go over some things briefly. But excuse me, we'll start on the introductory folder. So if we'll click into that folder, you've got several things that need to be done during the introductory week. One is to watch the video that talks about navigation, talks about the course syllabus, what's due, when it's due, and so forth. And then I've got a APA plagiarism video. You've got a research paper that's due, has to be in the APA format. It can't be plagiarized. If it's plagiarized, you fail the class. So just watch both of these videos and then take the introductory quiz. The introductory quiz will be taken using the HonorLock system. Not that you're really worried about anybody cheating on the introductory quiz. You can take it as many times as you want. You have to make 100 to move on in the course. But what you're going to need to make sure your HonorLock is working. And to use HonorLock, you will need a computer working with the full version of Chrome browser. You'll need a microphone, and you will need a webcam. If you've got any issues with that, HonorLock has a very good tech support. They will try to fix things. Occasionally, it may be something on my end, and if they tell you it's something with the instructor, please contact me right away so I can get it fixed. HonorLock occasionally changes things, and you know how computer programming works. When you fix one thing, bug, you sometimes break 2 or 3 other things. I used to program computers, very basic stuff, actually using the programming language BASIC, and I know I used to break things when I fixed something. So HonorLock does the same. I hate to say it. And occasionally we have to fix things, but we'll get there. So you would take that quiz as many times as you need to take it in order to make a 100. You will also have to work on your research paper by going to the research paper tab. There's a video there. If the link works, there it goes. Make sure I'm in the right place. And okay, so that I've got to fix that link. That went to 2020, but the material's the same. So you will there's a video on the research paper somewhere on here. Maybe it's not. I may have to make sure it's, because I'm in the wrong semester. Hang on, let me get back to where we were. And I will, you see, sometimes I will find things that, errors that I didn't know about. If you do find someone, let me know so I can fix them, because there will be some slight programming errors, like not changing a link. There is a research paper video, so when you go to the right year, it's there. You will watch this. You will have to take a research paper quiz, and you have to make 100 on it, and have as many tries as you want. That video took forever to start up, but there it goes. You will need to select a topic, and you probably should not just select a topic, but try to find the person to interview and get your interview done the first week. This research paper is due, let's see what the due date, I think on the 3rd week of the semester. Well, let me go to the Start Here tab and we'll look on there. The research paper and your presentation are due actually in week 4, and you've got a presentation discussion that will be this part of that, where you actually watch other students' videos and ask questions about it. So you've only got 3 or 4 weeks to get this done, so start working on it. Start getting that interview part done right away. Go back over here to the, whoops, wrong one. The weekly content. Computer's running a little slow today, so bear with me. And in the introduction, there was one last thing you needed to do, and that's a short introduction in the discussion boards. Just introduce yourself, real briefly, welcome your fellow students, and go from there. The rest of the week is we've got 3 chapters we'll be doing this week. They're all pretty much the same material, so click on chapter 1, which will not be visible to you until you've made a 100 on that the quizzes that you need to make a 100 on, introduction and research paper quiz. Then you can watch the exciting video of me presenting the paper, and then you'll take this chapter quiz, not using HonorLock, but just take it. It's a 10-question quiz. You'll have to make a 70. If you don't get a 70 the first time, you retake it until you do. Now, the really good thing about it is you can take the quiz as many times as you want until you get a 100, and the questions don't change, so it shouldn't be that difficult to do. And some of these questions are going to be on your exam, so be sure to try to do that. The good point is if you make a 90 on it and you retake it and you only make an 80 the next time, you still make a 90. So, you don't have to worry about losing anything by retaking it. Take it after you watch the video and read the chapter in the book. Watch the videos completely. There will be one exam bonus question that will be found somewhere in one of the videos that are presented during the material for that exam. So be sure to do that. Then the last thing, you'll do a discussion. It's a 2-step discussion where once you'll talk about what you found most interesting about the chapter, and then you have an exam review. Go ahead and save that exam review to your computer, fill it out, you'll answer every term to the best of your ability, copy that directly into the discussion post so your fellow student doesn't have to open up an attachment. It makes it a whole lot easier. You can cut and paste it real easily into the discussion board. And again, for week number 1, you'll have chapters 1, 2, and 3 due. These are all due by midnight on Tuesday. So be sure to get those done. The one last thing I want to go over with you is the Ask Your Instructor discussion board. This is a discussion board where you don't have to post first. The other discussion boards here, you have to post first, so you can't kind of copy somebody else's answers. You have to put your own material in there. But this one is where if you've got a question that the whole class may want to know about, like something's missing, how to do something, put it here. When you click on this, the first thing you want to do is you'll subscribe to it. I've already subscribed, but this button would say subscribe if I wasn't. Click on that. What that does is anybody ask a question in here, you will get an email that there's a new post in this discussion board. I've been using it probably 3 or 4 years now, and I don't think I've ever had more than maybe 3 questions in 1 week. And if I've had 6 or 7 questions the entire semester, that was a semester where I had one student that asked more than one question. It's rare. So you're not going to get inundated with emails with this Ask Your Instructor. And it may be something that's really important to you, like where do you find something or something of that nature. Well, that's all I've got for you for this week. I'm looking forward to working with each of you this semester. Please start early and don't fall behind, or you will not make it through the course. There's a lot of material to cover in a very short period of time. Have any questions, please email me and we'll set up a meeting and we'll go over things. Y'all have a great semester, and I'll talk to you next week.